All right, so let's start by saying hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello, everybody.
We're here for a new podcast, JD and Paulcast. It's me, it's Paul, and Paul has some very special news that he'd like to share with you all.
If you guys have been following this chronicle, it's been about a good 8 years in the making. After multiple delays, finally, it's here. It is here.
He has the game. Oh, I forgot you had the case.
All of its glorious action. I can now retrieve the book for those that care.
The book? What do you mean? Like, oh, the book from the one podcast we were talking about?
Yep. When I tossed it, Lenny did the book. Is
it still on the floor?
It was until I propped it back up.
That's very funny.
It's right behind the Boba Fett.
That's actually pretty hilarious.
Yes, it's here. Cyberpunk 2077.
Finally, yes, Paul. It's finally time. It's 2020, but it's 2077 for you. How is it? It's got to be it's the greatest thing ever.
Okay, let's talk about it. It's a good game. It's very good so far, but I'm still early in it, and I'm digging what I'm seeing and playing, but it's all stuff that if you've been following the development of the game, you've seen everything. And so now I'm finally starting to get new stuff, and that's starting to look really cool. But yes, is it the overhyped thing that I was looking forward to? I can't say that just yet because the world literally just opened up for me. I just saw the credits, so not the credits, the title screen. So,
but
yeah,
you dare say but for the game?
I didn't say it was but.
No, not that you called it but you kept saying caveats, you said but. It's not a perfect game out the box. What are we talking about?
It's really good, but the problem is all the story beats that I was like expecting that they're expecting you to hit are all in trailers.
What's wrong with that? Like, you haven't played the trailers?
But you know what's gonna happen if you watch the trailers. That's kind of the issue I've been having. It's like beat for beat. It's everything is laid out. I was like, oh, okay. I've seen this. Okay, now we're here. Now we're good.
He hates the game, everybody.
I don't hate the game. I think it's really good.
He hates
It's really pretty.
Paul.
No, I'm not saying that.
Paul has been overhyping this game for the last 4 months, and now he finally got it, and he hates it. How could you?
I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it. It's on my TV right now, but you can't see it, obviously, but it's
I'm just
ready
kidding.
to go.
Is it fun? Despite this?
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, for me is like my favorite part about this game is like I can just walk in that city. It is just so damn cool. It's like a city that I wish existed, but not really because there's a lot of crime. But it's vibes. The game is just vibes. The game.
Okay.
You can walk down like any block and just random people are talking and having a good old time. The strip clubs look real cool in this game. It looks like a future Coachella.
How's the gameplay?
So the gameplay is all in first person.
We know that.
except for when you're driving. And it feels real good. It's like if you played a Deus Ex game or like Borderlands, I would say that the shooting feels more like a Borderlands game than anything. It's a lot better from when I saw it at E3 a couple years ago, because my main concern then was like, oh, the bullets, the guns don't look like they like have any impact or weight to them. So like they added that. So like you shoot people with shotguns, they like fall and fly back and all that stuff. So it's there. It feels good. It feels good.
What part of the game do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy the gameplay mechanics and the fighting or the shooting, or are you more into the like story building behind the RPG elements?
I'm more I don't play this game for like the action part. I'm a story gamer. I like the story of stuff. But like it's just like the world building itself is cool. just learning like what people do with like their bodies and all that stuff is it's pretty cool. And you can just go around and just explore, and like there'll just be little things that are happening. Like that's one thing I'll give this game is like, unlike many open world games, is like you can tell that there's like pedestrians on the street, but this game shows that it's like everybody's like up to something, and like you can scan everybody. It's like Watch Dogs, but like it's the way Watch Dogs is supposed to be. If that makes any sense.
Is Watch Dogs not what it's supposed to be?
It's like you can scan people. It's like Watch Dogs but done better.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right.
So it's
you keep cutting me off. You tell me who wants to talk.
I don't know. I thought you were talking. That's why I was like.
So it's a better version of Watch Dogs, or what? Or it's obviously more than that, but you like it.
It's like Watch Dogs mixed with like Deus Ex and a little bit of Grand Theft Auto, and my dog barking.
What were you going into this game expecting, and do you think are you gonna get what you expected from this game in particular?
I was going in the game expecting The Witcher, but in modern times, and I don't think it's different. So going in thinking that, it was kind of like wrong.
I mean, it's definitely a completely different game than The Witcher. The Witcher is like a ye old English type of storybook.
Yeah, but I mean like story, like the way that the storytelling is going is like with The Witcher, because the things I liked about The Witcher I haven't got to yet in Cyberpunk. That's just starting for me.
Okay.
So it's like one of the things about The Witcher is like the main quest was whatever, it was okay, but this is like all of the side quests that you had on in the game were storylines were way better than the main story. And it's like how you like meet up with people and you experience their story, and how everything is like tied together, which will help influence the story depending on like who you've helped and all that stuff. Is like that's what I'm looking forward to. But like from what I played, I haven't gotten there yet.
Have you done any side stories, or has it been all main mission stuff?
It's mostly been, because I've been doing the prologue, so it's mostly like here's your main quest line, but there's also like baby quests, but like it's really just like, okay, go here, kill this person, or go here, talk to this person. But there's like there's like 3 types of quests in this game: main story, side jobs, and there's gigs. And it's mostly just been the gigs. So side jobs are like the side quests, gigs are like the one-offs. So it's like there's a crime going down here, police need help, go help. And you just go kill a couple people and you get street cred. So
I feel it.
That's kind of what for the prologue. So like the things that I want to experience literally just opened up for me like not too long ago. So that's what I'll be able to like really give my honest like, yeah.
How long did
opinion.
it take? How long did it take you to get through the prologue?
10 hours.
Really? Of straight gameplay?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's a long prologue.
It's like a prologue because like it's the prologue and the first act are blend together. So like whatever like you pick from like Street Kid, Corpo, and Nomad, that'll just blend into the the first act. So you do the prologue act, like your class act, and then it blends into the main act. So yeah.
Does the story change significantly based off of if you choose the Corpo, Street Kid, or the Nomad?
I don't think it does. Because it feels like it's more like flavor text for what's happening. Because I chose Street Kid for this playthrough, but like I've also seen some of the things that I've done, but for somebody who's playing as a Corpo, and like what they do is it's similar, but you have different like options based on what you choose in dialogue. So like for example, it's like you're on a mission and you're supposed to stall somebody, but it's like if you chose Corpo, you have like a Corpo answer because you're just an asshole. That's like the Corpos are just Karens. Corpo's the Karen gameplay. And so like he's like, okay, I'll alert somebody that you're here. He's like, did I tell you to do that? Or you just better go do your job, or I'll call your manager type of stuff. But as a Street Kid, you didn't even have that option to talk. It was just like, and there's like a dialogue button that just says something, but it's not like bound by like your class that you chose in the beginning.
That's kind of interesting. Is it similar to Mass Effect, where you have like multiple options of dialogue and you get different types of outcomes based upon what you say, or is it always the same outcome, you just get different options of saying it?
There's the outcomes are different because there's like this one I wanted to do this test on like a side mission where like you can either talk somebody out of something or you have to kill them. And I was like, I wonder how different the situation can go. So I tried it twice. I was like, oh, okay. So like there are differences in that kind of stuff.
I like it. So if you're 10 hours into the game, by the way, I've listened to a few reviews from different people, like no spoilers, but from what I've gotten, the gist of it is that the game storyline, the main storyline, is not super long. It's about 20 hours, maybe 25. And
I can see that.
And I guess if you add on all the side quests and all that stuff, maybe it goes up significantly. But somebody said that the prologue is kind of like a slow burn. Like you're enjoying it, but it's like, all right, let's push the pace a little bit.
Yeah, it's like because the prologue is there to kind of get you ingrained in the world. Because like the city itself is really, really, really big. But it's like, how do I explain it? It's not like Grand Theft Auto's map is really spread out, kind of big. But like, since it's like a mega city and it's just one city, everything is like built on top of each other. So like there'll just be areas that have like multiple layers to it, and you have to go up buildings and down buildings and those kind of stuff. So it's one is getting you used to like the world and like how everybody's like, and just to show like the clash between everybody. So it's like it's a slow burn. I dig it. That's for me. I like that kind of stuff. But like I don't know about like a normal player if like they'll stick with it, but I don't know how it starts or that with the other classes, so I couldn't tell you.
Can you maneuver around Night City similar to a map on Grand Theft Auto? Could you just like go around all day and just like, I don't know, go around, just do random stuff similar to that? Or do you have to play through the game linearly and then open up certain areas? I mean, that's the same with Grand Theft Auto. You have to open up certain areas first. But once I was gonna say, once it's open, can you just go around and just do whatever you want, or is it not as open-ended as that?
You can go wherever you want to, like as soon as it opens up. It's like for the prologue, you're like locked into one town, or two, depending on if you chose Nomad. But like, yeah, like when it just opened up for me, so I can't explain that yet.
With the first 10 hours, I was going to say, with the first 10 hours that you did get, it's my bad to cut you off. I was going to say, has it lived up to the expectations and the hype that you've been exuding pre the game being in your possession every podcast that we've had?
It has, because like it's rare when I'll like just play a game just to stand on the street corner and just watch things. And it might be my post-COVID life, but just seeing like a city hustling and bustling full of people is crazy. And I'm very curious to see how this game looks on PC compared to my Series X, which is running the 1X patch.
That's a good question. How well does it look on your Series X, even though it's only running the Xbox One X version?
It looks really good. It's just like I think the not frame rate, resolution is dynamic. So like if there's a lot of stuff going on, it might get a little bit blurry, depending on what's happening. I've noticed that like, oh, okay, it'll look really good, and then like a couple seconds later, be like, oh, okay, there it is. Because I'm playing in the performance mode and not the locked 30. So I'm going for the frame rate over the visuals. And like I've been hearing that like the population density, because what I'm experiencing on 1X or Series X looks really good, but I hear that there's just a lot more on PC.
I'm sure a PC is a lot more capable of running that game to the level that it's meant to be ran at. But I mean, I think like on a PC, you'll probably just be able to up like the population density, make sure there's not really much pop in, possibly lock the VSync so that it doesn't tear on you if it has any tearing. And
There's no tearing. At least not on this.
Well, you never know. I've played a few games on Series X and it's got screen tearing, so
yeah, Assassin's Creed tears the world.
This is true. I played it the other day. It was kind of nice though. I got a chance to murder the guy who murdered my parents or something. It was pretty cool. I got that far, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And then it turned into some sort of like animus game. I don't know. Let's not worry about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you think? I've seen that it's gotten like. I think people are still waiting because they only gave out a few codes for Cyberpunk and only the PC version, not the console versions, because I'm sure they were like, we don't want to give out the codes for the buggy version yet. We got to wait till we can get the buggy patch up and running, because a lot of people have been reviewing it and saying that it's pretty buggy, but I'm sure it's only buggy because like they made it for 19 different platforms and you all are impatient and they probably couldn't focus on putting it together the way it was supposed to be. I'm sure if this game never got forced to be put on next gen, it would have been really good on last gen.
I don't know. I think it's the complete opposite.
Well, I'm not saying that it would be better. I'm just saying that if they were focused on making it for one generation and not upping it like at the last minute, even though the upping it's going to make the game hopefully look better and run smoother, but I'm saying if this game came out like 3 years ago, I don't know. I'm not saying it would be a better game, obviously, because the technology is better here and now. I'm saying if they had more time to just focus on one specific avenue of creation, I think that it would have been better instead of them having to pull it back because time just kept getting past them. But I don't know. Who knows? I'm not as excited to play this game as you. I want to play it casually, just like I play all video games, but that's it. I don't know, something about that game, even though I saw that trailer, was it 2011? Was it 2013 with the girl and the bullets?
Shot, yeah.
I saw that and I was like, that looks cool. But I was like, why are y'all showing me this if this game is not meant to come out for the next... I don't understand why they did that. That's really confusing to me.
I think it was supposed to come out earlier than it did, but then Witcher became like their main priority, which is good on them because that game is still one of my top 3.
I get that. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of good reviews. I've seen 90 or 9s out of 10s. I've seen some, I think GameSpot gave it a 7 out of 10 and people are mad at them about that.
Yeah, I can tell you why they're mad though. Because the reviewer, they had like because yesterday like the embargo was you couldn't show footage, so everybody who played the game would just talk about it like we're doing now. But like the person who reviewed it didn't finish the game. Like she's like, yeah, I did this, and I didn't tinker with any of these things, or I didn't do that. And so I was just like, she's like, I haven't finished the game yet. I haven't finished the main quest yet. I was like, why? Then why'd you review it right now as a 7 if you didn't finish it?
Yeah, that's true. You can't review a game if you haven't beaten a game. But you can give a first impressions, but that's not the same as a review. First impressions.
Right.
Yeah, it's two different things. Like I could play a game for like, because it's funny because IGN has a video of a guy talking about the game after playing it for 16 hours, and that's specifically, that makes sense. But like because that's like a first impressions, even though it's 16 hours of gameplay. But like, yeah, if you don't finish a game, you don't you can't review it because you can't sit back and say, yeah, it's like reviewing a movie and you got to the last 30 minutes and was like, I'm gonna go. That's weird.
So that's why people are mad about that one. But as far as like the bugs and whatnot, I've only seen two bugs that I played, and they weren't even that big. It was just like I'd be walking somewhere and you just see a person just teleport in on the side. I'm like, oh, okay. But the biggest bug I had was like in the middle of a quest. I was supposed to like the quest was kill all these people in the room, and I did, but it just wouldn't let me progress. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to like restart it, reload the save, and try it again, and then it worked. So like I haven't seen anything major like everybody else is talking about, but maybe I have the patch that the day one patch, because they did make me download a 60 gig patch yesterday.
For the Xbox Series X, right?
Yeah. Like, so when I put the disc in, there's 2 discs, by the way. You put it in, and then it just downloads. It's like, it needs an update. 59 gigs. I'm like, okay, and then you just wait.
That's interesting.
So prepare yourself. If you didn't preload.
I'm just gonna get it on Steam and get it on both of my PCs. I don't necessarily plan to get it on console unless I want to play it on Series X, but I probably just wait. But the way that I'm thinking about that, they did say that there is, I don't know if they said it was a 60 gig patch, but they said that someone who had the game also said it was like a 46 to something, maybe 47 gigabyte patch. Maybe it's different based off of which platform you got it on. I don't know.
Oh no, but yeah, the one I downloaded yesterday was 60 gigs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the game's gonna live up to everyone's standards that want to play it, and I think reviewers who get not reviewers. I think social media users who get mad at people reviewing the game is kind of a little noxious, but I definitely don't review a game if you haven't finished it, and that's just it's weird.
Yeah, like another thing that's being talked about is the politicalism of the game.
Oh, really?
And like how people are being like represented. It's like, how dare they use trans bodies to exploit like a soft drink in this video game. But I was like, if you walk around the world, it makes sense. Like it's part of the world. Like the character creator itself is just it is really robust. It's like the way that you can choose your gender in the game isn't by your body type, it's by your voice. So like if you want to present as a woman, you can speak as a woman in a male's voice, and you can like genitals and everything you can totally change to be whatever you want to, like for each body type and whatnot. But like if you walk around the world, people are like because like one of the earliest controversies was this soda machine with like, I forgot what it was called, but you see it everywhere in this game. It's like this lady, or I don't know, they got all of these pronouns, on a billboard in like a sling bikini with just like a thing just out. This game is very like sexual, by the way, so don't play it around kids. And they're just like, how dare they use that kind of stuff? But it's like, walk around the world, there's like porn ads for everything. Everywhere.
I was gonna say, how do people plan on streaming this game? Like, am I tripping, or is this game definitely not gonna get flagged the moment you start doing character creation and you start picking your penis size?
Oh, yeah, I showed you that.
Because like, yeah, Paul showed me part of the game, and I was like, that's fun, that's interesting. But like at a certain point, what, like, I wonder, I'm curious. I'm not gonna stream it day one. I'm gonna wait and watch other people stream it and see what happens.
There's a streamer mode.
Oh, there's a mode?
Yeah, I don't see it on my end, but they're talking about there's a streamer mode where it like knocks out all of the nudity and like like licensed music.
Oh, it blurs. That's interesting. That's smart. I appreciate that from CD Projekt Red. That's something every video game should do.
Yeah, so they're adding that and the day one patch. So there's that, but for like the first mission as a street kid, there's just naked bodies everywhere. Oh my god! So I was like, okay,
that's dope. I like it. That's fun. So what's your review, Paul? You're done with the prologue. Is it?
I can't review this game.
Is it 100 out of 100 yet, or what?
I will give it.
What would you give the beginning? I don't know. First impression.
I will give the prologue a solid 9.
Okay.
9 out of 10, because like I said, people, the parts of the game I like just open up for your boy.
Have you already sat in the car with the Jamaican dude with the dreadlocks? Did that happen?
That's all the prologue.
Did you meet Johnny Silverhand?
Maybe.
Sorry, no spoilers. All right, I'll stop asking questions. But there you go, everybody. First half of our podcast is Paul telling us how Cyberpunk is. Oh, Paul, tell them how you got the game.
Oh, you know me. We got plugs out here. We got stores out here that don't care about these mom and pops. You know what it is. I've been hounding them all week. I can't lie.
That's fine.
I had people call them to ask them when it's coming in because they know my voice. I can't lie.
But now that
Then
I was gonna say, now that you put that level of enthusiasm behind getting the game, is it living up to the hype that you built in your own brain, where you needed to call other people to reach out to a store because you thought that they were tired of hearing from you?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's a dud, y'all. It's a dud.
It's not a like the game literally got to the point where it's like, okay, go be loose.
How would you feel if, do you think like after you get to a certain point of the game, do you think here's the thing, do you think the game is going to, from here on out, from where you play, get exponentially better, or it's just going to be more of the same?
It has the potential to get exponentially better.
Okay.
From where I'm at, it's because it's like asking me to review Breath of the Wild based off the Great Plateau area.
Great Plateau was popping. That's a 10 out of 10. What are we talking about?
It was all right. But
oh my God, you just jaded. You just jaded. Right. That was a great part of the game. I enjoyed that. Your first
Breath of the Wild gets so much better when you can leave the Great Plateau.
Of course, but yeah, I get you. Well, I hope it lives up to your standards, Paul. I hope the game does exactly what you've been pestering all these people on our podcast for in the last 5 months. I'm very happy for you that you have it. And I'll see you on, when does it come out? Thursday?
Well, technically tomorrow, as of this recording.
It'll come out but is that Thursday? That's Thursday.
Wednesday. It's Wednesday for PC.
Wait, what? It comes out on the 9th?
For us, yeah, on PC. Tomorrow, 4:00.
Oh, I didn't know that. But the 10th is its relaunch date, which is Thursday.
Yeah, but for PC, they're going based off of the UK. For them, they're in the future.
Okay,
so their midnight for the 10th is still the 9th for us.
Oh, that's cool. I'm a preload it after this podcast. Hell yeah. Well, that was the most important part of our podcast that I wanted to get through, because Paul got the game early, so we couldn't do a group review, which I guess we'll do next week. Maybe we'll do like a mini, like how I feel about it, which will probably be completely different than Paul. And yeah, I know that there's other stuff we want to talk about. Pilar said she wants to play it. I told her about it, and she was like, "That sounds interesting." I was like,
"That'd be."
I told her we should watch you stream it. She's like, "Sure, if people don't mind me being quiet while I play video games." I was like, "Don't worry, I'll take over the mic. I got you." But I don't know if she's super. I don't know if she's super into like RPGs, but we'll see if she wants to check it out.
It's more of a shooter. Like the RPG elements are just mostly like how you handle talking, or if you decide to go hacker. You can play like a straight up first person shooter if you want to.
You love to see
but
it.
Not your boy.
You love to see it. You love to see it. All right. So on to a new topic. This just released today, which is important. Not important, but interesting to me. The fact that Spider-Man 3 is getting some Spider-Man original movie love, because Alfred Molina, who famously played Doc Ock in the second Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, is returning as Dr. Octopus for Tom Holland's next Spider-Man movie. Paul, what are the feels on this? Because I'm interested.
I'm interested too, but can I be honest with you?
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
I don't want to see another movie about Peter Parker anymore. I'm tired of Peter Parker.
Well, you just got a video game with Miles Morales, and he's black. You know he's not going to get a feature-length movie anytime soon. Let's be honest.
We just got a movie about Spider-Man, a game about Spider-Man. He got 2 movies.
The game is a video game. Nobody deems that as a movie, except for us gamers.
Could be a movie.
Yeah, it is a movie. If that's the case, you just watched it.
I want a Miles movie. That's all. I just want a live action Miles movie.
We're years away from that. Not that many years. Personally, in this next decade, I think we get a Miles Morales live action movie.
Depending on that Marvel timeline, it's possible Miles could be Spider-Man by now.
I mean, they're not going to replace Peter Parker. Is that what you're talking about? Because you're speaking blasphemy. Not for me.
No, they can be this like around the same age, because then the Homecoming happened, and then Peter got Thanos, and then during that time, Miles could have got bitten by the spider, and he'd be around the same age as Peter. And now they could come back as both teenage Spider-Man, one black, one white, and they can swing together in happiness.
They'll let that happen in a video game, but they're not going to let the entertainment industry is not going to let. No, they're not going to let this chocolate vanilla swirl share the big screen. Unfortunately, I know you're wishing it. It's just not going to happen though.
I can dream. It's going to happen.
No, he would get a he would get a solo movie. I don't see him getting a movie. With Tom Holland. Tom Holland is an A-list actor. He's not about to share the bill with anybody. I'm not saying he wouldn't be open to a Spider-Verse movie, but Tom Holland is very much the star of that said movie. And then they introduce this new Miles, and maybe they give him an offshoot movie that's kind of like this video game where it's like, sure, here's 3 hours of gameplay. Like,
Spider-Man's good at beat it. It's really good.
Yeah, you finished it. I haven't finished it yet. I need to finish the final mission. But I was gonna say, so do you care that this guy is gonna be in the new Spider-Man movie, or you don't care about Doc Ock and you just want a black Spider-Man?
I'm curious because like the rumor is that they're bringing back all the Spider-Men, so I want to see that. But also, I kind of want new villains because they're kind of like rehashing old villains. I felt like this new movie was perfectly set up for Kraven. So I was like expecting Kraven.
Oh yeah, the hunter.
Kraven the Hunter.
The hunter, yeah.
Because Peter's on the run. So I'm just gonna like, if they're bringing all these spider people in, how or why?
Sinister Six.
So, and they're bringing Jamie Foxx back too as Electro. Oh, there's a connection.
Sinister Six, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, they never did. They never did the Sinister Six movie, did they? No,
they got scrapped.
So, I mean, I was going to read this article just a smidgen, see what they say. So it says Alfred Molina and his 4 metal appendages will be reprising his role as Dr. Octopus in the next Spider-Man movie starring Tom Holland. Molina's malevolent scientist was the big bad in Sam Raimi's 2004 film Spider-Man 2, and he'll be returning to face off with Holland in the follow-up to Far From Home. Not going to lie, my opinion, Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man. Not better. I'm not comparing it to the animated joint yet. I'm talking about live action.
I keep forgetting. I hear Spider-Man 2. There's been 3 Spider-Man 2s. Have you thought about that?
Excuse me. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2 to me is the best Spider-Man movie. I'm not counting. I
was like, which one?
I didn't like Andrew Garfield's movies. I liked the first one a little bit, but I didn't love it. And then the Electro one was just kind of cringe. So no, for me.
That was cringy.
Oh, I forgot about Tom Holland's to include. No, if I'm going off of every single one, my favorite one is the Doc Ock one from 2004. Raimi's.
That was good. That's. Do we count Into the Spider-Verse as a Spider-Man movie?
No, not a live action. It's an animated, so no.
It's still the best Spider-Man movie. But yeah. If live action, that's the caveat, then yes.
Yeah, live action solely. That's not fair, because if that was the case, I'd be like, the animated series is the best. Like, I don't know. So it says Molina won't be the first Spider-Man veteran to appear alongside. They brought back J.K. Simmons in. Wasn't it the end of Far From Home? That was it.
Yeah, he was on the news,
and he was bald, which I thought was weird. I'm like, why didn't they give him his toupee? But I mean, obviously, it's been years, so it makes sense. It's just weird that these characters from the early 2000s are aging up into this universe. It's like you guys could just make them the same, like just put a wig on them, like whatever. I don't know. Also it says Jamie Foxx is returning as a villain Electro after appearing in 2014 Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I personally thought was kind of cringe. It was a good, I mean, I like all the Spider-Man movies, but I think at a certain point, like the Andrew Garfield one was just kind of laughable. Like but it's, I mean, it had good bones, but for some reason it was just like kind of odd.
Yeah, the Green Goblin, like he was on crack.
Yeah, that kid, that was the kid from what's that movie with Michael B. Jordan and he died and they all had powers?
Spoiler. What is that movie?
You know the movie. It's like called Control
I know
or Construct, something like that. It was something.
It's gonna bug me.
You know,
Prodigal.
Prodigal? Was that what it was called?
Chronicle.
Yeah. What did I just say? Something like that. Yeah.
I said Prodigal. It's all good.
No, I said Prodigal. I thought you said that, but I said something. I said Construct. Whatever. Yeah, Chronicle. I remember that movie. I thought that was a weird casting for that weird Harry Osborn. I didn't like that guy. Big old forehead. He looked weird, man. And his hair. He had no swag. Like, I loved James Franco as what's his name, but I'm good off of anything other than James Franco, Tobey Maguire, and I mean, I think they didn't even do Mary Jane in The Amazing Spider-Man. They did Gwen Stacy.
Mary Jane was supposed to be in it, but they cut all her part out.
Yeah, because they didn't want to introduce. They didn't want to introduce her too early or something.
Yeah, so they filmed scenes and they shot everything for it. They just never put it in the movie.
Dang, man, where's the Snyder cut on that? That's what we need. The Spider cut. We're good. I want it. Who was the actress?
I don't even remember.
Dang, the Spider cut. So let's see. We got John Watts, who's returning to direct the new Spider-Man, which began filming in this past October in Atlanta. Joint production between Sony and Disney's Marvel Studio. Oh yeah, I forgot that almost fell through. This Marvel and Sony thing. I forgot that was a thing. Remember when that almost ended? Oh, that would have been annoying. So Zendaya is going to be Mary Jane. Marissa Tomei is going to be Aunt May. Jacob Batalon. I don't know who that is, but cool.
That's not Genki, but Genki.
Oh, great. He's great. Yeah. What's his name in the storyline? His name's like Tim or Kenny.
Ned Lee.
Yeah, the fake
Hobgoblin.
Yeah, fake Genki. Yeah. If they get that far. Because I don't even know that storyline. So in the Spider-Man Miles Morales comic books, eventually Genki becomes Hobgoblin.
No, Ned Leeds is Hobgoblin. Like in Spider-Man's comic book.
Oh, they named. So wait, that's weird. They based the character off of Genki, but they named him off of a legit character. What?
Yeah, that's why I was like, what? That's a weird choice.
It's a very weird choice.
So yeah, so Ned is really Genki. For like somebody I watched this video. Somebody was explaining it's like everything that everybody loves about MCU Peter Parker is because it's supposed to be Miles Morales. And I was like,
oh
yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's actually very interesting because we got fake Genki, we've got Black Mary Jane. Not gonna lie, I like Black Mary Jane. Even though who is Miles is Black Mary Jane, the girl in the video game.
Gwen Stacy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that. Never mind.
Even though they're in different universes, and there's a universe where they get old and have kids.
Yeah, that's interesting that they made him an interracial brother. But whatever, man. Hey, you know what? Leave your white spider at home. That's all I gotta say.
Shout out to one of the Yorikans.
Oh my god. Well, that sounds fun. I'm excited to personally just see this next Spider-Man movie just because it seems like a good time. Fun little ditty and all that other jazz. What are you about to say?
Disney Plus 2022.
Oh yeah, movie theaters. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh hey, how about we chat about that? What's the plan, bro? Warner Brothers.
What do you mean?
Warner Brothers pulled out and said, "Hey, bro, we can't wait on you movie theaters anymore, dog. We got to put these films out," which is interesting because a lot of people are talking about how they're doing that at a loss because that is definitely a bunch of money being lost in box office revenue and on the back end for the actors. Like I think you heard that the studios who created a majority of the movies that are going to be on Warner Brothers billing didn't even know about the news until it happened, and I think like Legendary Pictures is trying to sue Warner Brothers for it now.
Oh geez.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that, but like, I mean, you kind of got to do something because nobody's gonna go see Tom and Jerry in the theater.
Was that supposed to be in the movie
Universal-
theater?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna watch that.
You gonna watch Tom and Jerry in the movie theater? Nope. Will I watch it on HBO Max? Yep. Actually, no, I still won't watch it on HBO Max. But like, I wouldn't feel comfortable going to the movies like anytime soon. Like, if Disney still hasn't put out not Black Panther, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, Black Widow. I mean, come on.
The issue that comes with Warner Brothers doing this move, by the way, because Warner Media is owned by AT&T, so Warner Brothers is owned by AT&T if you didn't already know. I worked with them. TBS is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers, same with HBO. A lot of movies that they produce through Warner Brothers are their movies. A lot of television networks belong to Warner Brothers and Warner Media, which is now AT&T, because AT&T did like this merger like a year ago where they purchased Warner Brothers. I don't know. But the issue is, specifically when it comes to finances, is what I've been reading, is the fact that Warner Brothers kind of made this move without telling anybody, and in making this move, it makes it a little odd for the people who are supposed to be getting paid on back end, like Gal Gadot, who's supposed to be paid for Wonder Woman. Like, that's coming out this December 25th, or this Christmas, and she is supposed to make around $10 million, but $10 million is supposed to be like $5 million up front, $5 million on back end movie sales. But the only thing is, it's weird because who's gonna go to the movies? Not a lot of people are going to the movies, and
not I
either. And the reason this is odd is because someone like Gal Gadot, if she's planning on getting money on the back end, there's no money to be made, but I guess back end money comes from ticket sales and comes from movie theater distribution deals and all that stuff. And unfortunately, similar to like Mulan, I said Mulan, it was very American to me. Mulan. I don't know why I said that.
God dang Mulan.
Goddamn Mulan, I tell you. Hey, where's the little dragon? Where's Eddie Murphy? Mushu, where's Mushu? I was gonna say, similar to Mulan, that got released on Disney Plus. But the only issue with Disney Plus is you don't pay for a ticket to see a movie that's released to Disney Plus or Netflix or Hulu. It just comes up on the streaming service that you're already paying a subscription fee for. So that's where...
One thing that's different is with Mulan, they did charge you for it.
They did for Mulan. Yes. But I was... $30, but now it's free because we just waited it out. Also, but even though they charge $30 up front, I don't know what Warner Brothers thinks they're going to do with HBO Max, because there's no way they're going to get they said that they're just going to put the movies on HBO Max, which for some of these studios and some of the producers and directors and all the people who are behind the scenes, production companies, it's like they're damn near giving away movies for free almost, because Netflix is different, because Netflix has already they are the streaming service. Like, we know that when it comes to television, at least, or when it comes to like I don't know, their own solo theatrical releases, their own television series, their own stuff like that. Netflix has already got their formula down where they don't lose money when they announce that a new movie's coming out. Plus, they don't own any of the big IPs similar to Warner Brothers, Disney, I don't know, Paramount, all those people, DreamWorks, where they would be taking a loss by putting out something that's supposed to be in theaters on the internet, because their whole structure is, this is all meant for the internet. We will play some of these in movie theaters, but movie theaters are secondary to our streaming service. So it's kind of interesting seeing this, because we saw the list of some of the movies. Like, they're gonna do Kong versus Godzilla is supposed to drop, Matrix 4 is supposed to drop on HBO Max, and the weird part is, who's buying? It's not even like you're buying a ticket. You're just getting all this dope stuff for free for $12 a month now. It's pretty much the Movie Pass thing.
Shout out to Movie Man. I used to exploit MoviePass so much.
And that's why it caved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was one of those super users on MoviePass. That was a glorious summer.
Until they realized they couldn't afford to do what they were doing.
Yeah. They limited me. I was so mad. How dare you?
Because, yeah, you started going to like multiple movies a day, or was it a week?
I'd go to like one movie a day just because I was bored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, I saw a whole bunch of movies that I had no mind watching. I was like, well,
why not?
It's time to go.
Yeah, I feel
Let's go see Walkers with John Cena.
I heard that was fun. Wasn't it funny?
That's a good movie. It was a good movie. I liked it.
Better than Cyberpunk?
No.
I'm looking at some of these movies that were slated though for 2021. So this movie Dune that was supposed to have a huge release, Godzilla vs. Kong. I know that they mentioned The Matrix 4. I've already said some of these films. It's really interesting because I feel like Warner Media or whatever, AT&T was just kind of like, look, man, we can't wait for movie theaters. And now it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm trying to think what that looks like budgetary wise, because you have X amount of films that you're supposed to release. You can't get people in movie theaters, but it's one of those things where specifically traditional media is like, hey guys, I think it's over. It's like, what can you do? What can you do?
I do not feel comfortable going to a movie theater right now. At all.
I don't mind going to a movie theater that is empty. If it's just me, I'll go. But that doesn't put money in their pocket.
Yeah, but still, well, that's true. If you go by yourself, but let's be honest, like, people are going to go to the movies regardless of if there's anything to watch or not. So you're probably not going to be alone.
Well, my thing is, I don't know many people who are even going to movie theaters right now. And
well, we can.
You said we cannot right now?
We cannot right now. We haven't been able to go in a while. Like, the last when did Tenet come out?
I think that's mainly California's though, because I've seen people. You know that you can rent out a movie theater now for $100.
We can't do it in our area.
Yeah, I know. We can't do it because we're stupid out here in Cali and we're all dying. But it's just like nobody's listening to the COVID precautionary rules. But certain places, they're letting people like rent out movie theaters, do whatever. I've seen people who have been renting them out to play like Super Smash Brothers. Did I send you that? Did we see that video? Who sent that? Somebody.
Yeah, I think Gabe sent it to us.
Yeah, that was funny. But it's a weird world. Unfortunately, now that we're waiting for a vaccine. I don't think everybody's gonna be able to get one. I never needed movie theaters. I always wanted to go and be there on opening night for a dope movie, sure. But a lot of the movies have been pushed back because of COVID and whatnot. You gotta shoot them properly now. You gotta shoot them in a completely different way. And also, sitting in a theater is honestly not better than sitting in front of my television. It's an experience.
I'm trying to tell people that
it's an experience. But if you have the means to have let's say you have like an 80-inch TV, bro, that is the movie theater. What are we talking about? Yeah,
the only thing that I like, some of my favorite moments of movie theaters is like for like really big movies. Mm-hmm. Like everything else that's not like a Marvel movie or Star Wars, I don't care. I don't care to not watch it in theaters.
I don't either.
But I'm kind of glad like our last big hurrah in a movie theater was Endgame.
I'm glad we got to experience it personally.
Yeah. But that was the death of movie theaters that night.
Well, you know what? I think it's just one of those things where me and you are at an age where we're like, we've been doing this for a while. We don't care. But for kids who are coming up, I do feel bad for you. I do.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you. I feel bad for the fact that you don't have movie theaters, you don't have dances, you don't have parties, you don't have school, you don't have college. If you're a young, not that we're not young, but if you are 25 and younger, life sucks right now. Like I would hate this. I would hate it so much.
It's gonna be weird, like for the kids growing up in like this post-COVID age, to kind of like, this is like the time for us we were like the first generation to grow up with internet from a young age till now. But imagine the kids who grew up in a pre-COVID world at an age where it's going to the post-COVID world.
Man,
that's gonna be weird. These kids are gonna be weird. Nobody's gonna talk. It's gonna be speaking with emojis.
These kids are gonna be weird. Everyone's wearing masks.
Mask. They just communicate. They're gonna turn into that dude from Watch Dogs with the emoji face mask with the lights up. That's our future.
Oh man, he's the king of the incels, huh? Just kidding.
It's gonna happen.
I mean,
what's up, girl? I like your mask.
I mean,
let me see that emote for me, baby.
People said that 2000, the year 2000 was going to be the apocalypse with Y2K. And I think Y2K was just one long, slow burn. I think that's what it was. It's like, the internet's here. And it's pretty good right now, but it's going to get bad eventually. Like, I feel like that's what we're in.
It's going to be, I feel bad for these kids. They're going to be weird. Let's just accept it.
I mean, I don't know if they'll be, well, yeah, I think they're going to be weird in the sense that lacking social interaction and lacking any like real basic form of human communication can definitely make you a little bit, not necessarily weird. You're just going to be a lot of introverts, which is not bad. It's just, man, it's social. I don't know how you teach the youth to be the youth anymore.
Youth are old people now.
That's scary. The youth can't be.
They will have no whimsy.
Oh no.
There's no whimsy left.
Oh no, not the whimsy.
The whimsy is gone.
I'm sorry, kids. That's actually no. Honestly, I hope we get out of this pandemic. I hope it doesn't last us longer than 2 years, maybe. I really don't want it to go forever. I mean,
it's not by next summer.
Yeah.
The day I know it's gonna be a bad time is when I go to Disneyland and there's no whimsy in the children. They're just
the kids don't even go to Disneyland. They're like, this isn't TikTok, Mom. You promised me TikTok land.
You can TikTok dancing. You could do the whoa at Disneyland and with Goofy. Have you?
It's gonna be a weird world where the kids pull up to Disneyland and they just beat up Mickey and all the actors, all the Mouseketeers. They're just gonna pull up on him and be like, "Give me that lollipop, Mickey." Oh, this is for a good little boy. Shut up, Mickey. Oh, Goofy. Hey, what's going on, guys?
A whole lot of choppers on your hand dancing in front of the
whole lot of choppers on your head.
Whole lot of choppers on your hand.
Oh man, we sound like old men. I love it. All right, so that's what's happening with the movie theater stuff. If you all are listening, you know what it is. Let us know what you think about that. Personally, I feel like it's really weird being an actor myself / entertainer, because like, yeah, whenever I see auditions, I get excited, but a piece of me is like, oh, but like, do I want to like die for this job on set? Not really. But so whenever I don't book,
unless you get the call for the Mandalorian, you got to do that.
Oh, if I get the call for the Mandalorian, we out there. Whatever.
Tell them to put me in as an extra. I just want to be in the background.
I'm pretty sure you could. I'm pretty sure you could Google and find extras roles for that show. I'm sure
I want to be a thick stormtrooper.
I feel like you could be. I feel like John Boyega was a thick stormtrooper. You could do that.
Like a real thick stormtrooper.
You're like too short for stormtrooper attire.
That's a joke. That's a joke in Star Wars.
Oh,
aren't you too short to be a stormtrooper?
Oh,
yes.
Is that a thing? I didn't know that. And then I guess we can wrap it up on this last topic, and maybe there's some questions or comments from the last episode we can check in, or maybe there's a voicemail. I don't know if there is. Halo. We finally got an update on Halo Infinite, everybody, which is also, it's an update and also a down date, because unfortunately Halo has been confirmed to be a release for fall of next year.
That's a lot.
I did not think, I mean, I knew they needed to polish the game, but god dang, player, like, y'all, what we talking about? But unfortunately, yes, Halo Infinite will not be out until fall of 2021. They have this whole article on the Halo Waypoint website if you ever checked it out. They've got an art and graphics update, so they got some footage, or excuse me, they got some stills. And from what I'm seeing on this photo, I'm seeing proper ray tracing lighting and all that other stuff.
You see that reflection on the ground?
I do. And this is multiplayer. This isn't story mode. But I mean, but this, you know, even this is an upgrade from what I believe we saw in person. But, you know, I mean, I get it. I feel like they felt rushed to make the thing a thing in pandemic times, in COVID years. And you got, you know, the weight of a whole console generation on your shoulders. I don't blame them for thinking like, oh my God, we got to get this thing out there. They won't care what it looks like. Unfortunately, I mean, think if this was 2006 when Halo 2 or Halo 5, or excuse me, Halo 2 came out maybe 2005 or 6. Just think of the difference of how we would have just dealt with the graphics of this game in those times, because we couldn't say shit. There wasn't any platforms to talk crap on.
It was a pre-patch era. And if it was bad, the game it was bad. It was just bad.
But it was bad and it was good, because people would just be like, I mean, I still like it. The game is ugly, but I love that game. You know, that's just how it would be.
Yeah.
But
like, what a reason why I think it got pushed back so far is because next year technically is the 20th anniversary of Halo.
Yeah, you told me this. Yeah.
So it makes sense to just release a new game near or during the 20th anniversary for like a big market push. 20 years of Halo.
Yeah, that personally is probably a good way to go about it. Plus, Halo is going to get a little love soon in Fortnite. They're putting Master Chief's skin, or a skin of Master Chief, in Fortnite. I'm not going to lie. I will probably play Fortnite so much more knowing that Master Chief is a downloadable skin, because it'll feel like a third person Halo for me.
You could do that, and I'll just hang out as the Mandalorian. You know what?
Oh, that'd be sick.
I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Fortnite is the new Smash Brothers.
It is,
but not for video games. For everything.
For brands.
For brands.
No.
Where else can you get Batman shooting Iron Man?
True. I forgot they did collabs with both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so weird that all these people would allow their You know what it is? Fortnite is the Funko Pops of video games. The licensing. They get the licenses from all these companies. And I gotta give it to him. I said this when I played it the other day. I think you were in my stream. Fortnite is the epitome of a game that is meant to be a billboard on the freeway. Like, it's just trying to get your attention every single time it plays. I didn't realize how many adverts are in it. It honestly is a little uncomfortable. It almost feels like Fortnite is like a web browser just for brands and ads to promote their crap on.
Travis Scott has a brand deal with everybody at this point.
Who?
Travis Scott.
Oh yeah. I have some of his merch, so I can't lie to you.
Ooh.
Got some of that McDonald's merch, baby.
Did you order the Cactus Jack meal?
I did not, because I do not want my stomach to self-implode. I don't eat food like that anymore. Nope.
Good.
I was gonna say though, the graphics on this gun, pretty sexy. I'm looking forward to this. I feel like I can hear this gun like right now, just like it looks dope. This is obviously multiplayer, I'm assuming. Probably when you're picking your like loadouts. And I like the way that it looks.
Damn. You know what I just thought about? If this is gonna be 20 years of Halo, that means it's 20 years of Melee.
Super Smash Brothers, yeah. Melee was give me Melee HD and stop playing with me.
They're not going to.
But
they're just going to shut it down.
But if they did, I know.
What if they announce that tomorrow? What if they announce that at the Game Awards?
Is it it's tomorrow in the sense of when we upload this podcast. Just stop talking in future tense. It's throwing me off. That would be crazy.
Time. What is time though?
Time is a construct. Also, this sniper rifle looks very nice. This looks boy, I used to 20 and 4 kill to death ratio, baby. According to what they're saying the art style of the guns and even the characters you see in the background, you're getting like vintage Halo character vibes. So I think they're trying to take it back to its roots, which they've been trying to do. Also, I feel like I've been on this level. Isn't it like a shipping container level? I've played this before. Who knows? This looks like a decently rendered photo. I mean, a part of me is like, it doesn't look too next gen, but we'll wait. We'll see what it looks like. I'm kind of just skimming through photos right now. The graphics seem better than what I remember, but again, these are photos. They could be enhanced in Photoshop. They have live customization. This right here looks good to me.
Shepard?
Almost. But from what I'm looking at, it looks like this is probably going to be your like pre-loadout for multiplayer, or maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a battle royale mode. Paul, I will play battle royale Halo, and I'm gonna be nice too. I'm gonna be taking that so seriously. I don't know, but from what I'm seeing on my screen, I don't know if I'm even impressed. It says work in, but you know what though, Paul? Here's what they're doing that they didn't do when they showed us that god darn trailer. They did not show us the words work in progress in engine render. That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do. And people would have been like, oh, okay. But they didn't do that. They lied.
Do you think that Halo Infinite got targeted wrongly because of PlayStation fanboys just looking for a reason to complain about everything?
Yeah, I'm sure that the console wars had drudged up a little bit of toxicity out there, but I don't know if you can blame it completely on on PS5 or PlayStation fanboys, because I'm a Halo fanboy, and even I called out the graphics, being like, yo, this does not look that good. So, but this looked really good. Even though, I mean, unless these are like, I don't know, only pictures, I feel like this is like something.
That looks like a Smash Brothers.
I know, right?
Looks like a Smash Brothers trophy.
Oh,
Master Chief and Smash confirmed.
If Master Chief is in Fortnite, he better be in Smash Bros. That's all I gotta say.
Smash confirmed with that picture right there.
That's not Master Chief though. It's not even his armor.
You know what I mean? Spartan 1.
I would hate if they did that. Spartan 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. They always do
Introducing Locke.
Like in Dead or Alive. That was fire though. I'm actually really sitting back thinking about Dead or Alive. That was ahead of its time with that Master Chief collab. Or even though it was a female Spartan, whoever it was.
Yeah.
That was sick. And in my brain, the graphics still looked really good.
Good thing we have YouTube.
I know. I gotta go. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up myself, because I'm curious to see what the. Ooh. Oh, I didn't know I could look at this in full high res. Wow, it looks really good. Hold on.
Dead or Alive 4.
Was it 4?
Oh, actually, no, it does look really good.
Right?
Yeah.
I remember that footage of that game, oh, maybe not. No, it looks decent. Spartan 458, baby. Oh yeah. You know why though? I think it's just because you had such like jagged materials. Like this was a collab for the ages. People sleeping on this. This was heat. Even though I don't know why they made Master Chief. Ooh, I used to be nice with this character, bro. Even though these graphics, even the stealth. Get busy. You know the funny thing is, I feel like there's probably gonna be like 20% of my audience who's like, what game is this?
What is Dead or Alive?
What is Master Chief was in a fighting game? And he sure was, baby. I guess you would say it's Master Chief. It's Spartan 458, which is like a character that they just put in the game back on the high of like what game was it coming off of? Halo 2 or 3? Is this Halo 3 thing?
No, this was 4 came out for the 360. This is about Halo 3.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, I believe that. I remember getting down with this character, but it's funny because it's a female Spartan, but it's dressed like Master Chief. And also it's funny because Like, I don't even know what these fight moves are. Like, Master Chief just agile as hell and all that armor, just putting the work on him. I used to be
They're supposed to be super fast, but you never see it.
This is true. I used to be nice with this character. I used to sticky bomb, grenade the heck out of people. It was disrespectful. I'm just enjoying watching this footage now. Hey.
Shout out to Jan Lee.
Oh man, shout out to Jan Lee. Shout out to my boy. What's my boy's name?
Zach.
He's the best. He's the best African American, or whatever. He's not even African American. He's the best black martial artist in a video game that I've ever played.
Better than DJ?
Yeah, DJ knows like Taekwondo. Yeah, I'd say definitely better than DJ in the sense of like watching him fight. Watching Zach fight reminds me of watching like the what's it called? Ip Man or can't say words. The Raid Redemption. Just like all kinds of crazy combos, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
All right, we're getting off topic though. This is just a little nostalgia for you, everybody. But let's wrap it up. Personally, Halo Infinite, I'm looking forward to what we're hopefully gonna get. And outside of that, I mean I'm gonna give them time. I support Halo, and I support I mean honestly I'm not gonna lie, I don't support 343 as much as I support Bungie. I believe Bungie is the OGs.
But if they're the OG, how come you don't play Destiny 2?
I don't like Destiny. I just don't like Destiny. Something about Destiny is just so, because you know what it is? Destiny feels like, oh man, we sold what we were known for and now we got to just make something. As you wear a Destiny t-shirt, by the way. To me, you know, to me it's a good game, but it's a game that they made because they were tired of making, you know, the same old Halo type stuff, which is great. But I think that they made the best Halo games, Halo 1 through 3. That was Bungie.
And ODST.
And ODST and Reach. They made all those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, things went completely downhill when they announced 4, 5, and 6, which they didn't have to do. I was so good with Halo 3 being it over. I was like, I'm good with this. I'm fine with this. This is fine.
Should re-download the Master Chief Collection because it has a Series X upgrade.
Why would you do that? Just play it on PC. Your 2080. What do you have? A 2080 Ti?
The 2080.
Still better than what the Xbox Series X got.
We'll see.
You know it is. What do you mean?
I want to believe that my consoles are strong.
They're not, and you were obsessed with them.
I know. Sidebar. Hawkeye, the new show, started filming.
Oh, did it? That's interesting.
For Disney Plus.
It's starring. It's supposed to be the daughter. No.
Kate Bishop. And God.
Yeah, we're all looking at your screen, man. What just happened?
I'm trying to. I'm putting it in Le Podcast topic.
Oh, I mean, you could have just told me.
If you want to bring it up so people can see the picture.
Hold on 1 second. If I grab it, it pulls away from. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, it pulls away from you. Now I'm here. All right, hold on. Copy link. Okay, back to us. I mean, I don't really care about this. I feel like everything on Disney Plus is good, so I have nothing against this.
Oh, shout out to the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I feel like everything that Disney Plus promised is perfect, and anything other than what they have is, I don't know. I think Disney Plus is killing it personally. I don't think there's anything.
Well, Disney Plus only has one show.
No, Disney Plus has a bunch of stuff. We just don't watch it.
True.
Said it has one show. They have like 9 shows. They have like 15 shows. I just think the only thing that matters is Mandalorian, and maybe if they put a movie or 2 out. I mean, the thing that matters to them is that they have the archives. I don't like that. I hate that is what is making us determine what streaming sites we use now. It's not even about what's new. It's about what do you have from my past that I love.
Yeah. Like I said, the reason why, like, for me, Disney Plus is it's clutch is because it's Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney. And plus all like the documentaries about Disneyland, which is great. So it's like, yeah, Disney, they own me. They own me at this point.
They have my heartstrings. They got them right there. All right. With that though, Halo Infinite, pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Not sure what to expect. And let me see if we've got anything on the Anchor app. I don't know if we do. If you all want to leave us messages, feel free on Anchor. We do not. So with that, I believe. Wait a minute. What the hell? Why do we have two of these?
Uh-oh. Ray tracing.
Wait, what? Never mind. I've got some sort of issue on the Anchor app that I need to go check out. It looks like I have duplicates of episodes, but I think I must have just named the save files differently. Don't worry about it, everybody who's listening. All right, checking to see if we have any new reviews on our podcast. I don't think we do, but I do want to just say thank you to everyone who leaves reviews and rates us. All right, cool. I got nothing else to talk about unless you do, Paul. Oh, I guess. Wait. Did we talked about Mando? We did. We talked about Mando last week.
We didn't talk about this week's.
I mean, we could. We can wrap it up with how did you like? Are we gonna spoil it? It's been a week.
It's been a week. Boba Fett, baby, he's back.
Boba Fett. How does that work storyline wise, timeline wise?
Boba Fett didn't officially. He wasn't killed.
He wasn't eaten by the Sarlacc?
He fell in it, but in canon, and like, okay, let's bring it back.
You don't have to give me the whole story.
The short version is like he escapes the Sarlacc by like blowing it up from the inside in canon before they changed the canon. The EU is what it used to be called. So they're like, Boba Fett, how'd you escape? He's like, the Sarlacc found me disagreeable. And that was the line to kind of explain.
He said that in the show?
No, he said that in the comics.
Oh.
So, yeah. We're probably going to find out how later, but it's in canon, but like the old canon before Disney bought it, he survived the Sarlacc pit.
Are we even going to get more of him on the show? Isn't there one episode left of, what's it called?
There's 3 more.
There's 3? Oh, I thought there was only 1.
Yeah, they're getting the game together. So, like this episode, if you guys don't know, I've been making reviews on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/JDWbizz. This episode was so dope because it's like, this is the first time we actually really got to see Boba Fett do something. Because in the comics or in the books or the movies, Boba Fett has always been alluded to being able to do cool stuff, but you never saw it because the only thing he did in the movies was literally just stand there and be cool, talk to women, and then get his jetpack exploded by a blind Han Solo into the Sarlacc pit. So you never seen him shoot a blaster. So this is the first time we actually got to see him do something. And it's something that Star Wars fans have been clamoring for a very long time. And they've clarified an issue with his heritage that Star Wars fans were very concerned about as well. Because the quick version is like, in some origin stories of Jango Fett, his dad, he wasn't technically a real Mandalorian, or like his armor wasn't Beskar, it was made out of Durasteel, and it's like, oh, that's why he has a dent in his bucket, because it's not real Beskar. But like they clarified that he's a real Mandalorian technically.
That's tight.
But Boba's not. So I'm like, oh, okay. There's traction going. They're adding stuff for us fans who have been curious. But if you guys do watch Mandalorian, watch my Instagram stories. I usually do a quick review, like reactions in that if Instagram doesn't take it down.
Yeah, so follow Paul on Instagram. I think it's Jones and Miss Prime as well, isn't it?
It's on everything. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to the child. But
Darth Grogu.
Hey, man, they're gonna turn that into an evil baby Yoda, man. That's
well, the rumor is like one of the things is like he was talking to Anakin during that Avatar state.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Isn't Anakin dead in this storyline?
The Force, baby. Everybody did.
Wait, so he's talking to Anakin's Force ghost from that weird area he was sitting on?
Yeah, because like they're supposed to use that to converse with people through the Force. So before he did, there were this is freaking Star Wars nerdiness. Blue butterflies that were flying by his head before he went into the trance state. And usually when Anakin or Vader, I would say Vader or Anakin would go into like a Force vision, that's all he would see would be these blue butterflies, like in the background of something. So it's kind of like
that's kind of cool.
He might have been talking to Anakin. Hence why he was Force choking those stormtroopers at the end of that episode.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I thought that was tight. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It's probably one of the only things that I'm watching consistently on TV besides a few anime and this and that. Speaking of anime, I got a recommendation for people. I think this is technically anime. You all should watch The Great Pretender on Netflix. It's a very good story, very good show. It's about con artists, and it is a Japanese anime. I don't know if there's a manga, but it's 2 seasons in on Netflix, and they have an English version that's dubbed, which sounds fine, and also a subbed version. I usually give shows that I've never seen before the opportunity to play in dub, so I don't have to keep looking down at the bottom of the screen all the time. So yeah, check that out. And other than that, I think that's it. That's my anime recommendation of the week. All right, well, cool. Thank you all. Paul looks like a Sith. You just put some red stuff on your screen.
I'm watching the trailer for The Great Pretender because I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you should watch it. I think it's a great show, honestly. It's a really good show. But yeah, y'all, that's going to be our podcast this week. It's been fun. Let us know if you have any topics you want us to talk about within the next week. I mean, the only other thing that we can talk about that I don't even think I really don't even want to get into it is freaking Logan Paul versus Mayweather. But I might make a solo podcast about that. I think it's tarnishing the sport of boxing. Whatever, who cares? With that being said, though, follow us. Our socials are down there in the description below. Check out Paul and everything. Jones and Miss Prime. Check me out. runJDrun and JD Witherspoon. And with that, we're gonna get out of here. Paul, you have any last words? Or are you good to go?
I want to go back to Night City now. So.
Paul wants to go play the game. All right, y'all. We'll see you later. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye.
Peace out.